What's up, guys? Dominic D. Hargrove, Slight Edge Performance Program. Keep sending me your emails. I love the feedback. I love responding to you guys. Keep it coming. Don't forget to like, share, comment on this video. Let's help some more guys get this information. This video is 2 reasons sophomore year is very important for student athletes. And if you're a student athlete out there, you know what I'm talking about. If you're a parent of a student athlete, whether former or current student athlete, you know what I'm talking about. So let's get right into it. First, I'll have a very important definition for you. That definition is called self-image. Go ahead and write that down. Self-image. A self-image is the idea one has of one's ability, appearance, and personality. The idea one has of one's abilities, appearance, and personalities. Now, why are we defining self-image? Self-image is very, very, very important. And how does it parallel with sophomore year? Because whether you're a sophomore in high school or in college, whether you're a 10th grader or a sophomore in college, you just got through the gateway of entering a new realm. All right, so you're not a freshman anymore. You're not in 9th grade anymore, high schoolers, and you're not a freshman in college anymore. You've made it through that gateway. You've made it through some of the pressures and some of the new thoughts and the new paradigm of going into a new atmosphere and arena. And now you're in a new place where you're kind of settled in and you can really make a jump towards some forward momentum for yourself. That's why we're really talking about sophomore year here. So let's talk about self-image a little bit more. So important, all right? A self-image is the mental picture one has of oneself. And we know, we talk about the law of attraction. We talk about the power of the subconscious mind. We talk about self-image, knowing who you are, even building yourself up in confidence of who you are. So mental picture, how individuals see themselves, how others see the individual, and how the individual perceives others see them. Now, whether you're a sophomore in high school or sophomore in college, everyone experienced this. It's called your self-image. And that's why it's so important. I've learned to have a positive self-image of yourself, seeing yourself in a positive, powerful light. A little bit about my story. I made key decisions, and that's why I'm making this video, and that's why I created and founded Slight Edge Performance Program to serve as a resource and a tool for student athletes so you can make the quantum leap in your own evolutionary educational experience. And my sophomore year in high school, I didn't play football my freshman year. My buddies who were playing football, they came to me and they were like, yo, why aren't you playing football? So I was like, yo, I did play in recreational league. And I was like, yo, you're right. I'm going to play football. And so that whole summer going into my sophomore year was a evolutionary time for me, because I tell the story of how Antrell Rowe, who played for the University of Miami, the University of Miami had the best team in 2000, 2001, 2002. Some of the best NFL players came out of that University of Miami era of 2000, 2001, 2002. So when I was a freshman in high school, going into my sophomore year in high school, I was able to study these guys on TV. And Antrell Rowe, he wore number 6, punt return, cornerback, and played some wide receiver. He was a guy that I focused on. And I focused on him, even put posters of him on my wall. And I was like, yo, I want to play like this guy. Talking about the power of imagination. Going into my sophomore year, 10th grade, by the time, because of the power of imagination, because of the power of self-image, I wore number 6. I played cornerback, wide receiver, kick return, and I was a playmaker. Ask about me. And I'm just saying that process, sophomore year, coming from my freshman year, having a positive and powerful self-image of yourself, not listening to, not hanging around the wrong people, Power of association is going to be key for you guys, whether you're a sophomore in high school or a sophomore in college. Power of association. Who are you allowing to influence you? What thoughts are you allowing to influence you? Okay, so key decisions are made in your high school sophomore year and college sophomore year, guys, because you're passing through a new paradigm of how you see yourself, which is so key to your own personal development and personal building. So that's the first reason, the power of your self-image. The second reason is sophomore year is key for your strategic academic development, your strategic academic success. You're no longer a freshman, you're a sophomore. You still have junior year and senior year left. So sophomore year, whether in sophomore in high school or whether sophomore in college, is a key year for you to develop good academic decisions. Because you can choose to, really step it up when it comes to taking ownership of your own academic success, of your own academic progress. Not just allowing your mom and your father to say, did you do your homework? How's your grades? Let me see your report card. Not just depending on your teacher to say, study this. This is the test. Study this for your test. Make sure you read this book. But you student athlete, taking ownership of your own academic process. You student athlete, taking ownership of your own evolutionary educational experience. Sophomore year is a great year to make positive decisions for yourself to impact your future, to impact the momentum going into your future success. Take ownership of your academic process. Take ownership of your evolutionary educational experience. Take ownership of it. And sophomore year is a key year for you to hone in and do it. Gain the slight edge in your evolutionary educational experience, because that's what it is, guys. Sophomore year is very key. So send me your email if you have any questions. Don't forget, ask me about my phytonutrient. Phytonutrients are the living nutrition, the living colorful organisms that help protect colorful fruits and vegetables, whether it's orange, yellow, green, purple, the color spectrum of fruits and vegetables. That's what phytonutrients are. So ask me about my phytonutrient multivitamin program that's helping student athletes recover stronger and faster from physical training. We're also helping student athletes and professional athletes to learn how they can restore and regenerate their joints and their ligaments, ACL, joint and ligament recovery. And we're helping student athletes to learn how to communicate health, supreme health, optimal health to their bodies, even at the cellular level with the foods they eat, guys. Technology is key. So check you in the next video. Peace.